MPL ID. That was also a pattern that I wanted to point out. Onic lost against Bigatron, and Navi, they were able to win against Bigatron after an amazing set from Astro. And also a little bit of that Bigat show, but hey, still, a win is a win. And also take a look at the coaches, both teams. And why not with Jack Lee alongside CW, and having a look at why not just giving the stare to CW with a couple of bangs. And well, why not? But see, limit Kyrie's farming space with the addition of Kelra.
Yeah.
Do you think this is still, a prerequisite? Because I think now they have a new star. They have a new hyper carry in the hands of Kelra. Even though,
Yep.
in that match against Bigatron, Kelra went, what, 0-3?
0-3 and 0-4,
Yeah,
actually.
0-3 and 0-4, yeah.
I think limited Kyrie farm, I think that's kind of hard to do because their trio mate is so good. Stunts and T-Boy always know when to give farm to Kyrie, to give space to Kyrie. So I think B makes more sense. Especially I think if I can add D, don't throw when you're hit ahead.
Yeah.
I think that's better for Navi.
Yeah, the throw has been apparent for Navi, but then the machine of Navi, it's cars with a total kill of 470. And look at those stats. 24 million, I'm mistaken.
All-time data.
Yeah.
Data. He started in season 11 as a very promising rookie, and look where he is now. He's the machine of Navi. He's what keeps Navi going, and he's the only one in the roster from that season 11 lineup.
Yeah.
Everybody else is gone. No more Sway Low, no more Audi TZ.
Way low, Audi. Audi. Vincent.
Fearless back in the day.
Yeah. Now streaming, at least. Oh, Fearless, yeah. That one too. Eyes as well, yeah. Well, total kill ranking after week 3. XP lane ranking, Lippy sits at the top with 39 kills. Ken Cars matchup with Lippy. How are we going to envision the matchup against Lippy with Cars?
I think it's gonna be a mechanical battle, like battle of micros, and also a little bit of macro, like when they rotate early, or when maybe Lupi or Cars leave their lane and try to find a gang in the mid lane. But Lupi, the reason why he's top XP lane kills, look at the way he played this season.
Yeah.
He's been like solo killing almost everyone.
Yeah.
Like he always takes duel in the lane. He knows his limit. I think he's just limit testing. Maybe sometimes he overcommit and then kind of true. And also he did a Kumar last week. So yeah, Lupi I think is just limit testing, like really limit testing.
Yeah.
He's been given a lot of winning matchups as well.
Yep.
Now I want to talk back and circle back about Cars. I think it's insane to see the dedication from a rookie, a promising rookie with a blunder like Mirko said, and then he was able to bounce back. What do you call that when someone's flexible?
I think that should. He just put a W.
W. I think he just made
Yeah,
a
that's
W.
true. But back to Cars. It's insane that he's still able to consistently perform week in, week out, season after season, and even he took the bullet to become a roamer in season 15, I believe.
Yep.
What was the thought process back then when you were the coach?
Season 15 was like the explainer was just playing. Season 15, the explainer was playing like the Hylas, the Gatot, the tanky boys in the explain, and Cars really is not excel too much at that. And I think at that season, the roamer was the one who playmates a lot, the Cho, the Kalea, the Ship, and I think he has the brain to do so, but unfortunately, the vision and the things that in the line of thought is different things. So yeah.
But Mirko, doesn't that put him in a handicap then? Because if you can't play all the type of roamers, especially the ones that want to tank the damage, it means that, you're a bit limited.
All the time of XPs.
Yeah. It's like, Cars, Aldo said, he's not comfortable in playing the high losers and all that. So then, does that put him on a handicap when like the meta demands tanky XP laner.
Yeah, for sure. But fortunately, we're not in that meta anymore, right? I think in that meta, all of the high-level, high-mechanical XP laners didn't really get to shine. It was Kirk's meta.
Yeah.
Actually, right? Fnatic Onic Philippines, that was their meta when it was part of the Gather Patches. The high-lows is more on the strong side of the gold lane. So now that we're back in the meta, that's why we're seeing a lot more Sanfords, Edwards. That's why we're seeing a lot more cars highlight Shogun,
Kin.
Nino even, everybody.
Yep.
Because Nino, a big part of why he performed so bad in his first XP lane season was because he was on high lows, he was on Gatot.
Yeah.
Even back then when he was playing the fighters in the gold lane, the Benedettas, the Yuzongs were his choice. So he needs those playmaking picks, he needs those picks that enable the rest of the team through carrying, not through being a tank.
Well, let's see. Navi, I believe they are going to be on blue side. As now Onic goes to the red side, 100%
Yep.
win rate on that second pick on that red side. Is Navi gonna break the curse? Is Navi gonna break that perfect record?
When Coach Chef said Shewa is a mini, I mean he's very, very true with his words.
Yeah.
Coach Chef really loves the red side, the second pick. Onyx still 100% on the red side. It shows, man. It really shows.
But then, how would you draw a comparison between TW and Coach Wynon? Because Wynon has proven that, you know, his drafts are very beautiful.
Yep, I think Coach Wynock, I think they have like a very similar approach because when Coach Wynock was coaching, Coach Chef was still in Onic ID. So I think they learned a lot from each other and they... Oh, it's a broken walls, by the way.
Oh.
Broken walls. And, ooh, look at that. Triple ban.
Three quick bans for the Fanny, the Basket, the Freya too. Are they afraid of a counter of Freya? But yeah, Freya is just super strong in this meta, so you know, the flexibility also allows it to move up and down with the XP in the gold lane. Marcel, Glue, and Chusin, they want to go for the Sora here. Sora is available.
I don't think so.
There's still Valentina there. Yeah.
Valentina, oh yeah, the Valentina is on ban.
Yep. Ooh, I think this is a very, very good predicament. What do you want to first pick? What do you want to prio here as Navi? Because Valentina first pick means that you're going to pick the Sora up.
Yeah.
But what do you really want here as first pick for Navi? What do you think, Mirko?
I think right now for
Leo?
Navi... What?
A Leo
I think
board?
Leo will be pretty good if they want to play around those objectives. Then they can play around the XP lane as well. But the Guinevere is open. I think the Guinevere...
What?
Okay, I'm already against it. Folks, I hate Eastern Shin Blind. I hate Eastern Shin Blind. I love when the Eastern Shin gets picked in the first phase when you already see a matchup.
Yeah.
In BTR Onyx case, the Freya. In a lot of other cases, you see the Claude early.
Yeah.
The Guinevere is still open. You're
Yeah.
giving this over to Onic. Onic haven't played Guinevere, but I think after losing to BTR, they're probably going to go and lean into some of the prio picks. That's why they go Valensora. Oh, man.
Oh, man. And I think they're setting up for an R3 Guinevere too. For either Keyboy or Kyrie. So as Onic right now, do you want to flex the Yishin until B4, B5? Or just going to pick the Pove for the matchup against the Valentina and also the Sora?
Yeah.
I think they're looking for a Pove pick and maybe a Yif pick for Kokir.
Oh.
I really
This
think
is a chance for them to
Yeah.
go win Arlet as well if they want.
Oh, yeah.
But then the Phobius comes out.
Yeah, then the
If they
Phobius-
go with double fighters.
Yeah, they go.
Okay, I don't think that's possible though.
I really like Pove pick here. 4 cars too, a playmaker, suits his build. Oh, there you go.
Even Mobius. He's super strong as well. Denies a possible Suyo pick as well.
Yeah, I think it's a great for sure. Oh,
Harley.
straight on Harley.
Straight up, they've been scrimming a lot. Onic and Onic Philippines,
Yep.
you know, they've been scrimming a lot. We've been seeing a lot of King Kong moving crazy on that Harley. All right, they ban out the Leo more.
Yeah.
They really want this Eastern Shin to go gold, or they want to force out like a Suyo pick, and that will be a pretty tough one to pull off against a Valentina Harley.
Yep. And if you pick up like maybe a Frederick for Ando, I think it's very hard to because you have the Valentina and also the Sora that can just mirror you. You can just they can just focus you on objectives. So yeah, I think it's a very tough predicament for Navi on what they want to use as their jungler.
Yeah, but then if you push the Eastern Shin to the gold lane, what do you really want to pick up against it? Is it gonna be the Cloud obviously loses out. I mean the carry is still available.
Yeah.
Maybe a possible Herod?
Yeah.
By any chance you wanna take it?
I don't think so.
Navi just went out the pod. Navi just went out the pod.
What?
And it's
Interesting.
Yep, they went out the pod. So probably that's interesting, very, very interesting because you would want to face a Claude as a Yisan in the gold lane, right? So it was interesting pick, interesting ban for Coach Why Not.
unless they think the Eastern Shin is going jungle. Unless they want to set up for the Eastern Shin jungle to pick up a fighter.
A double
in the
fighter,
gold
yep.
lane.
Okay, it's
But
back, guys.
what fighters are available in the gold lane right now for Navi to take? I think just the CC, no?
CC, yep, only the CC.
And obviously Onic banned out the Guinevere. I'm pretty confused as to why Guinevere survived that first phase.
Yeah.
Because it was insane, I think. Who was it last week that picked up the Guinevere? Dolan, yeah. He wrecked Alter Ego to pieces.
And a Moskov band too.
Yeah, I like that.
I really like that, yeah. So for Onic, what you're looking here, I think you just want to prio mid, probably with the Halid
Yeah.
or the Cho. But Cho against Pove is kind of a bit hard because the Pove just cancel your Wave the Dragon.
Yeah.
Or just the Kalea to play with the prio mid with the Falcona and also the Harley to play in the river.
This should be a Ganthod response, right?
Yep.
Just
Yep.
looking for the Kalea. And then you go for the gold lane. If the Eastern Shin is going jungle, I don't know. They want to take that risk. The Eastern Shin against the Harley. I think I'd rather take that risk over putting Shibe on the Eastern Shin with no winning matchup.
Wait.
Clearly saving for that winning matchup for Kelra.
Is the Sora still flexible? Because I'm thinking of, I don't know, it's just like a thought that I had.
It is, but they don't have any range, so
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I'm thinking of picking like Yu Zong and like Red 5. It's very good against the Eastern Shin. The Eve as well struggles against it. But yeah, that range is a problem.
I think CC Gatot works here for
Yeah, I agree with you.
For Navi, I mean. Or just the Harrod with the Gatot.
I like it, right? So
Yep.
the Eastern Shin and
Okay.
Flex, they go for the Harrod. So Onic. No Claude, no Moscow. Makes a lot more sense
Yeah.
now because the Eastern Shin was going to go to the jungle.
Lancelot?
Lancelot?
Yeah, right here for
Harley gold lane?
Right here? Oh yeah, okay, the Harley, yeah. Completely forgot about the Harley.
Just carry or Ranger? Yep. Carry or Ranger? Ooh. Onyx Geoman is very strong. With the Harley, Kalea, and Kalantana, they will control the river. But I really like Navi's draft. I think it's a 50-50.
But Onic pull that one out, or if Navi might bring us another upset. 9.4 lineup rating, obviously. We don't hear it. We don't hear
We don't really.
or even listen to it anymore. So now let's take a look at the land of Dawn as we welcome both the Sky Kings and Navi to the map. It is game number 1 of Onic up against Navi.
So what Navis are looking is their mid lane with the Pope, with the Yves, and also the Gatot can play like more defensively, while Onic really wants to win out the river with the Paltina and the Kalea. And I think we've seen a lot of Harley, how people play Harley. During the first turtle, if they know they're not strong enough, they will try to find trades in the opposite lane.
Yeah. And I really like the fact that Silence went for Brave Smite here. This is very underrated, it's a small thing, but it's so important to have, right? Even for the XP matchup here, I'm not a fan of Lutfi just brute forcing a concussive blast when he's clearly in a losing matchup. I feel like the Brave Smite would have helped him a lot more to survive the laning phase. And as you can see, Sans is winning out in the matchup because of the Brave Smite choice.
Sustain alongside the Kalea passive as well. That'll be very, very good for
And
the mid prio emblems.
And this is the emblem by Bayu, Maple stated. Sans taking the Brave Side because they know. Oh wow, yeah.
Kelra's winning lane into the gang from Kyrie. The KK combo very early on gets a dub.
Oh, he was trying to help Ludwig. But if you guys realize that a lot of teams in MPL right now, the junglers, they usually don't take their second buff right away. They try to find gank either in the mid lane or wait up.
Oh, what a read on the flicker! But the damage reduction on their tier 1 helps him to survive. That was a good move by Andorio.
That was insane prediction by Andorio, but it's not enough to take down the gold standard in the gold lane.
Very high tempo. That at least blows the flicker in the hands of Kelra. They're gonna have Prio and Turtle at least for Onic, just guarding it. As rotations do come in, Kyrie and Sans both level 4. Keyboy not yet. So this will be where the shift might change for both teams.
Yeah. Wow. But Cars the 1v1 in the control because of the mountain shot usage up top. Onic, man, they hold the control, and early on already, Navi's win condition has been derailed.
Yep. And right now, Onic just trying to try the brute force because they're very strong.
Oh, here's Coke.
Yeah.
Gonna go for the RWM there, but he got counter deadly magic. The mountain shocker dodged away from the Lunti. Bit too aggressive. Now it's Cars on Keyboy, canceling out the dash from Keyboy. He still has the flicker. The shot lands Keyboy. Oh, Cars walks up in for the pursuit under the turret. Gets shot 2 times on the turret, now goes back in. It's Afro with the taunt. Kyrie jumps away. But man, Cars is really looking to carry on the Phobias.
Wow, good response from Navi. I think they were punishing the overextendedness of Lutfi. Uh-oh, Afro!
They're overextending both. Lutfi earlier, now it's Apro.
I mean, 3-0 on the Harley.
Yeah.
3 minutes in. Oh, it's gonna be a tough match for Ukir. And I mean, everyone in Navi. The Deadly Magic will hit hard, and Kyrie is on the way. Ooh, nice steal. Very good steal.
Yeah, scrapping something out of nothing because Navi completely down under now. Onic leading with 1.5k gold lead.
Yep. And Kyrie is on the way to his Genius One, and when he hits the Genius One, I think he will just look for kills, especially with the Tsunami Slam.
Tsunami Slam, the Deadly Magic, the 3 kills. Oh my lord, he's doing so much, and it's just with the Veil and a Magic One.
That burst is insane. Is it gonna be one of those sure win conditions where when the Harley is 4-0, Genius One?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a minute.
3 minutes. I honestly think it might be time to call game. It's all on cars right now, right?
It is that sadistic.
And Cars beats the Anti-Piras first to hold up the Sora damage, and Kera finishes the first item Sky Piercer.
my lord.
They're looking for fights for the second turn, for sure. 5-man fight.
Oh, she's
wow.
Getting poked down. Deadly Magic still on him, and Kelra. That's why he picked up the Sky Piercer first item. He knows the damage is there. All he needs to do is be the Executioner. Onic on the Turtle, and it's free again. Navi with a comp to win out early game, but Onic are outplaying them in every step of the way.
Yeah, they're gonna involve Kelra more in these fights.
Yep.
Because his Ranger will farm that Sky Piercer stack very easily. Look at them invading the purple buff.
Yeah, RWM coming down, but does no damage. Tons picks up the kill as Keyboy hands it to him, feeds him that kill.
Well, Coach Doe, is this game over?
I feel like it's over because Benga and Onic really plays their winning condition. Oh, what? Stuns?
RWM pops in. Okay, yeah, well, that's a free turret. At least full gold plating for Kelra. Realize what?
Well, I don't know. Coming into today, I had a feeling that Onic would lose. Obviously, you know.
Aren't you an Onic fan?
I am, but like, you know, reverse curse type deal. But you know, OG is OG. He's doing his own thing.
And yeah, man, Onic just playing very well. They're playing their winning condition very well. We discussed this before that Onic needs to play around the river, and they're playing very well. Keyboy just needs his Tsunami Slam to just cycle Navi's players.
I never want to go up against Onic when they've just lost the match.
Yeah.
And for BTR, that's almost every time they lose a match. So finally, getting to see how Onic improve after losing against another team. It's crazy how fast they are.
Look at Lumpy.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
look,
wow.
the Shifting Skies brings him back. Oh, that's one Deadly Magic on cars. That's Lumpy going to the air. Ukir having the flicker out of the Death Sonata, and Doryu cannot take that risk. The orange buff gonna be zoned away there. He goes for the Retribution. Sans wants to go for the dive. Mountain Shocker steal, and he gets it. Combos it with the Terrify. Keyboy picks up the kill. 7-2 on the scoreboard.
Impeccable, high-level gameplay from Onic. It seems though as if every time they lose, they look for a punching bag to dump all their emotions and all their anger. And this time it turns out to be Navi.
Ooh, I mean, it's tough right now as a Navi Nation looking Onic playing like this. I mean, you can see glimpse of Yi Sun-Shin there. Palutena taking the Mountain Stroker. Throwback to season 8, you know, Yi
Savage in the
Sun-Shin.
grand final.
Yes, sir. Oh my god, but Onic just playing flawlessly. For items, Kyrie is going for the Lightning Truncheon. And Ukir, man, 6 minutes in 7 minutes, just finished up his first item, the Glowing Wand.
That Chastise for Lumpy. Usually you want to build Chastise for anti-attack speed. But it seems that Navi has no attack speed. So what is the reason of Lumpy building that Chastise?
It's for the Harriet, so that he cannot do the second skill, you know, cannot dance around as a Harriet. And also under you cannot freely use his passive. And also, look at Lumpy, very, very good itemization, full back, because he knows he's gonna be the one in front as the frontman.
Yeah. And he's constantly looking for flank angles.
Yeah.
I think Navi has relinquished control of their jungle. And this has been exploited by Onic to great success. Look at them just camping the bush, and they won't even hesitate to go for Afro if they need to, because they have the damage, they have the adequate power to kill him off instantly with the burst.
Yeah, I think they're just looking for anyone, like anyone. If anyone showed up in the range of the Tsunami Slam for keyboard, I think he's dead. They're dead.
Okay, Scramble, come check it out, because they're flying high. like Onic are right now. Look, see.
Yeah. They should be able to get this turret. That's cannon minion. Still alive. Just a few more shots. They don't get it in the end. It's just Endorio trying to look for a trade, but Onic, I don't think they'll let that happen. Endorio needs to recall, or he's going to be in for some... Okay, he
was looking for
There
it.
you go. This could still be trouble, though. Kyrie throws a poker trick. Oh, barely. A pixel away. A millisecond away from tying there.
Well, so now, what does Navi need to do to stem the bleeding? Obviously, it's gonna be GG soon enough.
Yep.
If Onic doesn't pull out a blunder. For Navi, what is it that they need to do at least in these desperate times?
I think they're doing very well. Like they're still funneling the gold to Andorio. Wait a minute.
AOG.
Just bait out the AOG.
This is a big tsunami slam. Keyboy can go for whoever. And that's why he baits out the RWM. Instead, he's going to have another chance to go for the kill. Kyrie to be caught by that dark wave. But again, Keyboy is still looking for that tsunami slam. No AOG, no RWM. It's free real estate.
Look at how far front they're playing. It's insane, and Andorio is just looking for scraps right now. Counter jungling, invading, getting that triple buff because Onic are on the opposite side of the map. But
He knows.
Andorio.
Yeah, they're gonna go for the chase. Endorio, I think he might be cooked here. Look, he's just gonna jump in. He actually doesn't pop. Okay, that's a shifting sky. He jumps onto Endorio. He doesn't get the stacks. Good move by Endorio. Look, people the flicker in. Keyboy pulls him back. No AOG to respond to it. Oh no, right as the Lord spawns as well.
Where did Keyboy come from? Came flying in out of nowhere.
Ooh, Keyboy, man. They know something's fishy because Andorio has been missing in the map. He knows that maybe Andorio is taking Kyrie's jungle and they read it out perfectly and it's a free lord for Onic.
It's so good.
So good. And Kelra, 2 kills. I mean, 2 stacks of the Sky Piercer. But right now, the center point. And Onic, they're revolving around Kyrie.
Yeah.
And like the kill threat that the Harley has. I mean, imagine Harley in and of itself is a kill threat.
Yep.
And now you have a Kalea equipped with it.
Yep.
You have a Valentina, you have the Sora. So much CC to take control. And then Harley will just have a field day on throwing the deadly magic.
Oh, wow.
The RWM again, this time to clear the wave, but that holy shield still gets procced and it's gonna be down when the Lord comes up.
But at least now we have a pushing lane up top. Yeah, Kyrie's gonna clear it quickly. And they're gonna stabilize the lanes again. At least now 2 pushing lanes for Onic. The Lord will arrive quite quickly.
Yeah.
Mid lane.
They know there's no RWM, and Sans has the RWM, so this should be a free siege. Navi don't have nearly as much clear to actually deal with this, and look at that, they have to just concede the base turret in mid. Now the base turret in the bottom lane without the RWM, they're gonna have to concede 2 base turrets. Now it's Limpy, doesn't go for the flicker, good respect from Navi as well. But it might be 3 base turrets as another wave is coming in up top after the Holy Shield wave there.
3 base turrets in the first Lord, Coach Joe.
Wow, I think it's tough. Like 12 minutes in 12k gold lead in 11 minutes, like 1k per minute. Oh my. I think, can we call GG?
I think it's been GG from like the 3rd minute. When I saw the Genius wand, 4-0 Harley, I think it was already GG.
Yep. Navi was in a similar situation last week. 13k against Bigatron, but I think this time the story will be different.
Yeah, that was against Bigot Choke.
Oh.
With the 2-man there, all in around Afro. He's gonna have to fly around, but he doesn't pop the AOG. He gets caught. Now it's Cars trying to make the hero play happen, but he's gonna fall in the air. The tsunami slam over on Antoryu. She is out of the Saban Force. He gets caught by the RWM. He has to run away, but Kai won't let it happen. A poker trick and a magic trick to take Shive down, to take the base down. A quick game for Onic. 13.5k gold lead.
Wow, that was a near flawless game for the Sky Kings. Onic came in huge with emotions burning through their blood, boiling. And Navi was a punching bag for Onic, 1-0.
Navi, no chance at all in the game. Onic bouncing back from the lock against BTR. Very, very strong. They played their team composition very well. They control the river area. They play with the Kalea. They play with the Harley. They use the snowball on the Harley very, very well. Amazing game from Onic. I'm gonna say perfect game for Onic.
Yeah, and I think this is one of the biggest mistakes. It was a very flashy move, and Dory did a good job reading into the flicker, but when the composition is built around the trio mid and getting Turtle 1 with a Phobius, I don't really like the fact that Andoria used the mountain chakra up top, especially considering he did get a kill.
Yep. I agree with you, man. I mean, that move should be Kyrie's move, right?
Yeah.
Like, Onic giving up the first turtle because the Povius is too strong, and the Harley tried to get the golden, but I don't understand why Andoria make that play. He really want to trade with having the Povius in his side for the turtle fight. It's just weird.
Wow. What a win to celebrate, but that's still game number 1. If Navi can bounce back, that is. Because that was such a phenomenal game from Onic. Everybody stepped up. Mostly, I think it was Kyrie with the Harley, and yeah, I think it was
I think so too.
it was a team game. It was so collective from Onic that they were able to achieve what they set out to achieve. Kelra was near death up top. Good prediction by Andoria, and we saw that moment of brilliance from Cars, flickering and wanting to get the kill. And we thought that overzealousness from Lutpi might be the turning point for Navi, but Navi also overextended.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean 2 rounds don't really make a right. There you go.
But I think this is what makes Onyx very strong, right? They know that Granger was winning the lane against the Harad that game. In the early stage of the game, the Granger pokes out the Harad very well.
Yeah.
And I think Kelra informs Kai. He faced low. And that's why Kai from the purple buff hit his orange buff straight to gank the Harad. So, and it just goes well from there.
That was an intercontinental gang.
Yeah, it was enabled though through Shiva's lack of laning, bro. I mean the lack of skill in laning, because it's one thing getting that low against a pure counter, it's another thing going up against a Granger level 1 and getting zoned completely, right? I don't know what happened in that lane, but this is why I requested many times to have a player view. I want to see what happens in that individual lane.
Yeah.
And I really hope we get to see it in the replay, because how was he that low in the laning phase?
Yeah.
Early on, the Harith, if you're scared of getting shoved, you play with skill 1 to last hit. If you're scared of getting out-traded, you just use skill 1, back away, wait for skill 1 again, right? It's all about playing around those cycles. I think he tried to out-damage the Granger. I think he was basic attacking the Granger.
Yeah. And here, I think at this point it's over for Navi. They have no chance to come back. Onic just, wasting the ultimates from Navi. And then here, yep, E-Boy from out of nowhere, Tsunami slamming, Andorio. And yeah, it's a tough game for Navi, but Onic, man, looks so strong. They bounced back very well from that loss. Oh, and Navi just got schooled really hard.
They did. They got schooled. Yeah, a very good mix and the balance in the draft that Onic has. Obviously, you have that pickup style with the Harley, with Kalea, with the Granger too. And then sustainability with Kalea, Triomid. But yeah, there you go. The MVP, presented by the official gaming phone Infinix PT50 Pro. Who else? The Kyrie with the Harley 4-0-7. It's very strange to see him play this hero. Because usually you'd see him in a Hayabusa, a Nolan, or like a Boxia Kumar. But with the Harley,
Here you go, right? What
he's
happened?
so low.
How?
How'd it get so low?
I think he used skill 1. Kelra walked around the minions and he tried to basic attack against Kelra instead of backing away and respecting level 1. Like Harad just doesn't have that capability to trade.
And this is what makes Onyx really strong right now. Season. Like even that small mistake that you made in laning phase gets really punished by Onyx. And here, Cars very good flicker in, but again, Afro here doesn't respect the Harley damage, overstaffing, and it shifted the game back to Onyx. And here, they're moving as 4-man, even 4-man. Because I think as 3-man you already win. But oh my god, Onyx, just too good this game.
That's right, they're so comfortable picking up the Kalea with Gato Kacha off, right? They have enough magic damage to deal with the Gato Kacha. And they just melt him throughout. Again, this first pick, Yisun Shin. I hate it. I hate a Yisun Shin blind.
Yeah.
Beginning Tron pulled it off, and I was a hater on that, and now the fact that Navi pulled it off as well, there's some big doubts there.
Yeah.
Why are we first picking Yisun Shin? If it's purely just reflex, it's not even the best flex pick.
And the fact that the grid was completely untouched.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I think that's a better flex pick. You can play it roam, you can play it jungle. I don't understand.
And I mean, the Fountain also is a very good perspective if you want to set up for the Sora. If you want to
think
deny.
over.
Over assumption, yes,
Sure.
for sure. Because it was a really, really interesting draft. Interesting bans from both teams because there are no like prior picks at the first pick, right? For sure.
It's so tough. I understand why they didn't go Liu.